All right, hey folks, I forgot to record, and so we're halfway through, and I forgot to record. So this is the backside of the review for this chapter 9, and we started doing 17, 18, 19, so we did 19 together, and all we're doing is graphing and finding domain and range. So kind of like what we did up here, but even a little less than that. We don't have to do the vase and haws, we just have to do domain and range, okay? So this guy, number 19, we picked on. This says 3 units up. And this says 5 units left, so we literally made a dot that was 3 units up and 5 units left. And then we did our little crosshairs here for our vase and haws, drew our little boomerang guys, and we said, okay, domain is X's, and that means left and right, but he is not crossing through this little line right here, which is at -5. So X can't be -5, that's your domain. Your range is that up and down, he's not crossing through this line right here, which is at y equals 3. So y is not equal to 3. Okay, we kind of did the same thing here for 18, and we said that the only difference here is that, first of all, you're not moving up and down at all. But second of all, negative, that's just going to make him flipped. So he is in the different corners. Okay, so this is what the graph of him looks like. And you can pause if you want to. But then domain and range, you got to fill those in. Okay. All right, I'm going to go through this real fast, and then if you need to, you can pause. But the next section talks about direct, indirect, joint, and combine. Direct variation is y equals kx. Indirect or inverse is y equals k over x. Joint variation is y equals kx over, or kxz, because these two are joining together to make up y. And then combined variation is y equals kx over z. Okay, and so we did 24 and 26 together, so joint variation. This one says y, suppose y varies jointly as x and z, so we know that we're using this equation. And then we have to be really careful, because number 24, it says find y when x is 15 and z is 3. This part right here is going to be my step number 3 part, right? This is kind of like where they give it to you backwards. We have to first solve for k, and I'm going to use this information to solve for k, okay? So we plugged 18 in for y. We plugged 3 in for x and 2 in for z. So I have 18 equals k times 3 times 2. And we said that this was 6. If we divide both sides by 6, we get that k is 3. Great. Now we can go on to our step 3 where we have k plugged in. And they said find y when x is 5 and z is 3. So 5 and 3 goes in there, and y is 45 is what we got for 24. Okay, 26 is inverse and direct. So this one says y varies directly as z. Okay, that means the z is going to go on the top, and inversely as x, that means x goes on the bottom. So be careful, it's not x on the top and z on the bottom like normal, right? Y is 16 and z is 2 when x is 42. So y is 16, z is 2, x is 42. The first thing we did was we multiplied the 42 to the other side, and we got 672. Equals k times 2, and if we divide by 2, then our k is a really big number, 336, okay? So then I rewrote, and I put 336 in its spot, and it says find y when x is 14, which goes here on the bottom, and 8 goes on the top. And we multiplied that and divided by 14, so final answer, y equals 192, okay? Now, 23 and 25 you do on your own, and those are direct and indirect. Or inverse, they call it. They call it inverse instead of indirect. But that's these two equations, so go ahead and try to fill those in. And are you guys ready for bottom part? 17, what about 17?
So, since it's +1, would that make 1 up?
Up, this is up 1. Yep,
So
yep. The plus there actually does mean up. The only time you do the opposite is if it's underneath of the bottom.
Oh, I was thinking of, when I said exponent, I was thinking of when we're learning in Algebra 1, I'm really learning in Algebra 1, what's it called?
Exponential function?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
So, it's...
So yeah, up 1, yep. All right, are you guys ready? 27, 28, 29, 30. Let's do 28 and 30 together, okay? All right, real quick, 28. First thing I want you to do.
This is dumb.
Are you all watching? Simon, put that away. Carson, put that away. First things first, I would make this 4 over 1. Make that into a fraction. Okay, now we're looking at denominators. I'm looking at 5m, 2m, and 1. Okay, I have my 3 pieces, 5m, 2m, and 1. What does your common denominator have to be? 5 and 2 and 1. My common denominator would be 10, but then I need an m to go with it, yeah? So 10m, do you guys understand how that works? 10m? Okay. All right, now I've got my 3m plus 2, 2m minus 1, and 4. I'm just going to rewrite those guys, okay? Now, what do I have to multiply by 5m to get 10m? 2. So I got to distribute 2 through here, which we'll do here in a second, okay? What do you have to multiply by 2m to get 10m? 5. What do you have to multiply by 1 to get 10m? 10m, right? Okay, now, my favorite step. What's my favorite step? The whole bottom goes away.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now, real quick, are you guys all listening? Everybody.
Yes.
The bottom only cancels if you have an equal sign. These two added together is equal to that. If I was just adding these two together, I would not have the bottom gone, right? Okay, like up here on the front side, right here, where were we doing like 10, 11, 12, 13? Our answer did have a bottom, right? The bottom's not gone. So you have to be careful. Only if there's an equal sign does it cancel. All right. Okay, now I'm going to distribute my 2 through. So I've got 2 times 3m is 6m plus 4 plus, if I distribute the 5 through, 10m minus 5 equals 40m. Okay, now, plan of attack. What would you like to do? I'm going to add them together first. You can do whatever you want, okay? These two are like terms. They're on the same side of the equal sign, so I'm going to go 16m. What about 4 and negative 5? Minus 1 equals 40m. This is not going to come out nicely.
No,
I didn't think you would.
Nope.
Like
Minus 16m. What's 40 minus 16m?
24.
24m. So I've got 1 equals 24m.
So it's 1 over 24.
Hold on.
Wait, shouldn't it be negative 1?
Shouldn't it be negative 1? Yep. Okay, and then let's divide by 24. I want you to leave your answer, well, it doesn't really matter. But go ahead and leave your answer as negative 1 over 24. You can. Okay, that's what m will be equal to, negative 1 over 24. Gross answer. Yuck.
Don't like
That's disgusting. Okay, let's talk 30 now. I have how many parts on number 30? How many parts do you
A
have?
lot of dumb ones.
How many overall big pieces do you have?
Yep.
How many? 3. This guy, the middle guy, doesn't have a denominator. He is over 1. So make that 1 over 1. Okay? All right, what's your plan of attack here? Yeah, this guy's a difference of squares. He is
x plus 1, x minus 1.
x plus 1, x minus 1. Okay, so in my denominators, I'm going to set him up just like we normally do.
Cancels out.
No.
No, I'm thinking of a different thing.
What do we need in our denominator? We need x plus 1 and x minus 1, right?
Yeah,
And I need x plus 1 and x minus 1.
Yeah.
And I need x plus 1 and x minus 1. That's your common denominator.
Oh, what are you doing?
Okay. Oh, this is gross.
Not that bad. Oh, 30.
A little bit.
30.
Okay, I've got 3, I've got 1, and I've got 2. Okay, we got to multiply by what he needs. Okay, looking at the first piece. X plus 1, x minus 1. What is he missing?
Alive. I don't know.
What's he missing? What's 3 missing? What's the 3 missing?
Nothing.
Nothing. So what are we multiplying by? 1 or nothing. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
0.
Okay. What about this guy? What's he missing?
X plus 1, x minus 1.
He is missing both x plus 1 and x minus 1. Gross. But what does x plus 1 times x minus 1 come out to be? Be either way.
Math.
X squared minus 1.
X squared minus 1, right? That's what this is right here.
I don't like
So I'm going to go ahead and multiply them back together so it makes them a little nicer. Okay. And then the 2, what does he need multiplied by?
X plus 1.
X plus 1. Okay. And favorite part?
Cancel the bottoms.
Bottom's gone. All right. This right here is 3 times 1. So 3 plus 1 times this stuff is
It's just the same thing.
x squared minus 1, right? Equals, what's this?
2x plus 2.
2x plus
2.
2. Zach? 2x plus 2?
2x plus 2.
Yep.
I didn't
Okay.
add them together.
What?
All right. Next thing. What shall we do next?
Draw ICAST.
Move the 2x over.
I have see one thing I would do first.
Well, add the 2 together.
Let's do 3 and negative 1 together. X squared plus
Which is negative. Plus 2.
plus 2 equals 2x plus 2. Okay, now what?
Subtract the 2,
2 over.
No, you
No.
can't do that.
Subtract
No,
2,
square
subtract 2.
Yeah, I should do that.
Oh, that's gone.
Yeah.
Woo! X squared equals 2x. Now what? This is hard.
X
Take an
equals
X.
2.
So
You're
square it.
Take out
close.
an X.
You're close.
Take
You're
out an
close.
X, yeah.
Before you take out an x, move this 2x to this side. Okay, I'll show you why. X squared minus 2x equals 0. Now this is a greatest common factor. Let's take out an x. If you take out an x, don't throw it in the garbage. If you take out an x, what's left over?
X
X minus 2 equals 0. Okay, now what?
Now you subtracted the 2, add the 2 over.
No, you have
Now,
The whole,
wait,
then you
X.
divide by X.
I set this guy equal to 0. And I set this guy equal to 0. So what are my two answers?
to zero.
X
X
equals
equals
0
zero.
and
X equals 0
2.
and X equals 2.
-2.
Positive
No,
2.
two.
Positive
Yeah.
2. So I have two answers. X equals 0. X equals 2. Ooh.
I like
Yikes. That one was a toughie. Okay.
This,
27.
Wait,
I'm probably not going to make you factor on the test or
What did
do
X
something
equal?
quite like that.
0?
I,
0
so
and
I worked
2.
Out, I worked out 7. I got 2 over 5.
You might.
Okay.
You might. Okay.
So this is no
Now, one thing, real quick, on 27. Are you guys all looking at 27? Real quick.
Yes.
Before you go,
So have
I
over
see this
13.
guy, and I change him to plus and minus,
I never did that,
but
so did I do the hard way?
you got to distribute the negative through the 5 also.
So
So
I
that
didn't do
becomes
that.
positive
Did I do the hard way
5.
Or
You did it the wrong way.
So you're not supposed. You're supposed to.
You have to distribute the negative through. That's why I change my minus to a plus always first. Okay, you got to distribute the negative through. Okay, then find your common denominator. What's your common denominator, by the way?
12.
12.
Okay.
Did you do 12? Okay, that sounds good to me. All right. So do 12. So do your pieces. 12 and 12 and 12. All right, and then multiply by what they need. Got it? You're on the right track for 27. 29, same thing. Plus, minus. Okay, do that always first, so you don't forget the minus.
Argue.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Any other questions on this review? Tomorrow we'll play a review game. And that'll be it for Friday.
Yay.
Okay.
What did I do wrong?
All right. Okay. All right. Goodbye, people watching this video.
Wait, actually.